Hey guys, it's lovely to have your company back here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel. I hope you are well and I hope you're ready for another tutorial when it comes to, well, shakers. But it's all about the shaker numbers. Although instead of doing them for a card, which we can do, we're going to be using them as a cake topper and a nice way to decorate a cake, but Vegas style. We're going to use some of our Vegas elements when it comes to, of course, the cake toppers. Thank you, those that still continue to subscribe to my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, and to those of you that hit the bell notification. It's much appreciated. And when you give me the thumbs up, that also means a lot as well. So, starting to get in a bit of a roll when it comes to the tutorials here. Now aiming for one a week. Crazy time with having birthday in the past there, and of course leading up to Christmas time. So what we're going to do is we're going to rein them back, going to aim at least, definitely one a week. And if I get more than one a week, brilliant, great. If not, then at least we've got one a week. And what I'm doing at the moment, putting a pause just to the craft boxes, only because it's mental crazy busy. So instead of stressing out and trying to make sure that I've got one there for you each week, put a pause then into January, when the world and life and crafting, well, I can't say crafting goes nice and quiet, but the world and life just eases for a little bit, because we know how for most of the time January feels like it's got like 9,000 days in it. So we'll maybe get time to even maybe film a few of them, and then I've got them there stored ready to go. Hear noises. Anyway, the joys thing when it comes to the tutorials, I do them in real time. As many of you know, I don't edit them, I don't change anything. So what happens, happens. So if the doorbell goes, if you hear noises and I'm just being a nosy neighbour, then you see me having a look. Now, when it comes to this, we're just going to dive straight in and then we're going to have a look. Now, I'm going to use a few elements here. The main one that we're going to be using, if we go overhead so that you can see, we're going to be using our shaker numbers. Now with our shaker numbers, what we have got is we have got 38 pieces here. Now within these ones, most of them are dies, but 4 of them are stamps. You've even got little dies that create that shaker component. So we're going to be using that. What we're going to use is we're going to use a mix of our shaker components, and then we've got our foam on a roll, so we're going to be using that as well. And let's, don't know if I'll use all of this, but we'll use some of the Vegas. We'll definitely going to be using our linen card, and we are definitely going to be using, I've got lots of offcuts here that was digging out, so we're going to be going in with the rose gold here, so it works well with the colour tones that run through Vegas. So this is what we're going to be using. I'm sure I've got enough offcuts before I have to delve in to another full piece. And have I got acetate? I'm sure I dug out acetate. Yes, I did. Dug out the acetate. So we've got them. Right, so let's get, you wouldn't believe I had all this sorted. So I've got acetate. Right, let's take these bits just now. Keep the acetate to the side. And because we celebrated our 19th birthday at Crafter's Companion, let's do 19. So these, you can create your own little shakers. We've got today as a die, but then what we've also got as well is we've got 1 to 9. So let's take the 1. So we're just going to take them all out, and then the 9, which can also be the 6 there. Now what I want to do is to actually create the shaker, so the main shaker outline. Ouch, I've got my hot glue gun to the side and just stuck my hand in it. So we've got the 3 dies here. Oh, I should just say as well, cake topper, I've got skewers sticks here as well. So we've got these 3 dies. So I'm going to use these 2. These are going to create the outline. And then if I line these ones up, I'm going to be using these two as well. So I'm going to just roughly chop that out. These will fit in the mini, by the way, which is great. So let's bring in my low tack tape. I've been trying to I've got a couple of clear plates. I've been trying to use them up. And let's go in with the 9. Like so. I'm going to tape them at the bottom as well. There. And then there, so that they don't move and they stay in place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try without the magnetic shim, because I do think it is quite simplistic. So therefore I'm going to try without the magnetic shim. So let's give that a shot. I've got my cup of tea to the side. Let's take that one out. And then there we go. So we've got our outer. I'm going to take and keep that inner section. And then we've got our outer. Let's bring in my pokey tool. So what I won't need, but we can keep it for another time, is the solid 1 and then the solid 9. Move that out the way. So that's within that kind of dusky orange. Let's take some of the faux gold yellow. And this time, what I want is just the outer. So this is going to be the back of the 1. And same with the 9. So we're just going to do that one, and we're going to do that one. Move these bits out the way, and then run that one through. So feed that through. Now the other die I could have been using for the glitter card Laird, and if I was using my A4 plates I could have cut them all together. But you know that I do tend to go with my junior plate. So that will be said matte and layer for the back. And same with that one here. Now with that same die, we need to cut our acetate. So if I take that one away and take that one away, let's bring in the acetate. Now I'm going to use the full layers for this. So we're going to go we're going to go base plate, we're going to go metal shim, we're then going to go frosted, we're going to go magnetic, and then top plate. Run that one through. Let that do the cutting. Love that crackling sound from the acetate. Maneuver all that out the way, all that out the way. So we've now got why has that got a great big mark across it? Has my die moved? Nope, it hasn't. Well, I'm going to use it anyway. Let me run that 9 back through here. Let's do that again. I wonder if it's the imprint within my metal shim causing that. Anyway, I'm not going to see. So let's run that one through. As that then runs through, we are going to, oh, I didn't go the overhead, did I? Oh well. Let's take that out, and then let's take that out. So we've now got our acetate, which is going to fit perfectly behind the 1 and then behind the 9. But what I want is that bigger die. I want to cut that within the gold glitter card. So take out the metal shim. So if I take that one out, and then we're going to run that one through. So I'm going to tape that down just to make sure. Feed that one through. As that one then goes through, that's going to cut our shedless glitter and will give us the matte and layer. Take that one and pop that out and pop that out. Beautifully cut without the aid of the metal shim. Move that out of the way. So we've now got all of our layers. 1. We've also got 9. So we've got 19. There we go. 19 for our 19th birthday. Do I need the number dies again? No, I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is let's pop them away for now. And although you've got the stamp that says like the ordinals, I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to keep it as 1 and 9. So there's that, and there's that one. So let's move that out. And I'm not going to use the balloons or anything because this is where the Vegas collection is going to come in to play. So there's that and there's that. Now actually what I will need to do to hide the cocktail stick or the skewer, I'll need to hide that. So let's just take the dark orange. So I need the largest again, which we cut the shedless glitter out so we can create a sandwich on the back. And then, so that's the right side of my linen. So I'm going to turn that over and then cut them. So once they're cut, oh no, that's right enough. That'll be the back. Because it'll be flipped the other way because they're going to be on the back, so that's right enough. Bear with. So I'm cutting this into the right side of the linen card. So let's do its thing. And we're going to keep them separate. You could join them together if you want to, maybe do a big rosette if you want to. So there's what's going to be the back. Right, I'm not going to put the numbers completely away in case I still need them again. What we could also have done is used our double-sided adhesive sheets to make this part easier. So if you're wanting to then stick this card onto your double-sided adhesive sheets and then die cut, that just means you just need to peel that backing off. The other thing that you could do, and it's the sort of thing I would do, instead of cutting the acetate with the die, I would just stick this onto the acetate and then with my snippy scissors trim all the way round. Just my way, because these are quite easy to chop around. So let's go into that one, and then same with this one. Now this bit, it's not as if the red liner tape has to meet. It's only when it comes to the foam on a roll. And even then, I'm not going to use the foam on a roll within the set. You can do, but I do like our long strips that you get within your small foam pad bundle, because you've got your two different widths and one of them is really quite thin, which is a nice one to use for shakers. So if I take that on, and I think we would maybe need to so yeah, that's the perfect width, but that'll just make it a little bit difficult when you're going round corners, so you might need to chop down the centre of your foam on a roll if you're using what comes in the set. So that's these bits done. So let's stick the acetate on. So I'm just going to work my way around. I've seen someone said once about a tip with a microfiber cloth. Just stick it to the side, and then as you peel the back ends off your red liner, just wipe it off the microfiber cloth in the stick, and it seems to be working. It's actually a tip that I've seen a few times. So yeah, if you've got a microfiber cloth, why not use it? So work our way round. You could use your tacky glue, but because we're going on to acetate, which is a non-porous surface, you would need to let that sit and grab for a bit of time. Let's press that into there. He says, let's get into there. Where's my acetate? There we go. So let's sandwich that in. So I'm going to go and find the corner. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly neat, because we can do a little bit of trimming. So it's not exactly neat here, so we're just going to trim. So this is what I meant by, usually what I would do within shakers is I would stick the outer line, the outer die cut, onto the acetate and just trim myself. So there's what I need to do is let's stick that centre bit in. So let me peel that off here and get it as central as possible. I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. And then let's take our one, and then we're going to do what we've done before. So let's just take all of these off. Yes, I'm using our red liner tape. If you've got thin tissue tape, that would work. Like, because I've got a 3mm tissue tape that you can see here. So that would work. That's still strong enough to hold and grab your acetate onto your cardstock. Great thing with these numbers is, of course, changing the colour, because it's all to do with age. It could be boy, girl, it could be man, woman, it could be old, young. So many different themes as well. You can theme them. So let's trim around. Let's trim that excess, and then there we go. Got the 1, and then we've got the 9. Take a drink. So while we are here, here's my foam strips, here we go. So I'm going to work my way. I'm actually going to use the thinner ones. So we have ours as well, and they are in the small foam pad bundle. So if you're wondering where you get these, of course I'm using Sticks 2s, but if you are wanting our ones, they're in this small foam pad bundle. And this is where we're just going to make sure these are met right into each other, so that there is no gaps between the joins, and they don't have to be neat, just as long as there's no gaps. And let's turn that one all the way down, all the way round. It's a little bit short, so let's bring in another one. The other thing you could have done as well, could you? Yeah, is your A4 foam pad sheets. Being a way of doing that one. So there's the one, and then let's travel really easy to bend and manipulate all the way around. So, but up against the edge. Like so. So we're met in the middle. What I'm going to do is let's put a little bit in there as well, like so. I am also, let's just put a little bit in there. There we go. So we've got the 1, and then we've got the 9. So let me bring in my tacky glue for now, and I'm going to stick this down onto my tacky glue. The lighting isn't amazing today, so sorry about that one. Do you know what would be better? Actually, potentially will be better. Let me stick this down. Our light pad. Because very rarely do I actually use our light pad to trace. I use it to give me additional light. So let's see. I think that's going to help a little bit better anyway. Maybe cast a bit more of a shadow. Excuse me, but hey, it'll do for now. Yeah, it's casting a shadow, isn't it? Right, we'll need to rock and roll with it. Let's place that in there. So we've got a nice glittery outline. And let's hold that down. Press that down, and then let's take these. So glad we've got little beads. Been wanting beads for a while. So what I'm going to do is make sure that that's flat. Actually, do I want beads for this, or do I want... It's Vegas, so let's go chunky glitter. Chunky glitter. So let's take the backing off first, so that we're all lined up, we're all ready, we're all good to go. So last one. And then just need to make sure when we stick this one down, we've got nothing covering within these little islands in the middle. There we go, that's it. So this is going to be a bit of a mess to start with. So we're just going to pick all of that up. I wonder if I shut my blind. There, that's a bit better. So we're going to go in. We're just going to push all that in. Let's take a little bit more. And what am I wanting? So I'm just wanting to scrape all that in. Alternatively, what you can do, and many people do this, is stick it inside that acetate layer and then stick another piece of acetate over the top, so you're creating that barrier. I'm not a big fan of that, but that's only because it's personal preference. But you've got that option if you're a little bit worried about getting this neat and tidy first time. So we just want to make sure we've got nothing around the edge. And shakers are great. They're one of those, take your time. There is no rush. So take your time. Let's lift that one up. Matting layer over the top. Press that in. Hold that down. And then there we go. We've got our shaker. Our fabulous shaker. We're going to do the same here. So work our way around. Now it doesn't really matter if you do get any glitter on that bit or that bit, as long as we don't get it on that outer edge. That's the main part. Because if you do, we've got a little bit of seepage, which we don't want. It should be fine. Let's nudge that in. Make sure I've got nothing on my hands. And then overlay, bang, over the top. Press in. And then there we go. We've got our Vegas style 19 shaker. And that's just the shaker glitter. It's not even the beads or the sequins that we've used. So what we will do is, shortly, we will pop our skewers on the black. And the reason that I've done that is so that we can sandwich them and keep them clean and neat and tidy. So let's take, what will we use from here? Because I don't want anything overpowering. could even just do some like Viva Las Vegas. So Viva Las Vegas there. Or You're the Jackpot, Viva Las Vegas. What size are these? So I could do Viva Las Vegas and do a little, yeah, so if I do that, or will I do that? Yeah. So if I do that one, no I won't. See, I'm indecisive now. Let's do, back to that one. See, it's covering a fair bit there. Maybe we're better with the slimline one here. So if I pop that there, and then what we could do is take You're the Jackpot. No, let's do small Viva Las Vegas. No, You're the Jackpot. Let's go with You're the Jackpot. I've decided. So let's cut this one first. So that one I'm going to keep, I think I'll keep white. So let's chop that one off there. So that one can go into there. So maybe like a tropical colour, eh? What about, I know what'll be a good one. A tricolour brush. So maybe the Warm and Fiery would be like a tropical 6 on the beach style cocktail. So I'm going to cut that hole. And that's what I'm going to do is let's just cut these out and then we can colour them. Instead of doing them different colour card. So I can cut that one. Let's do the cherry. Let's do the straw. I think that'll be fine. Maybe I'll do the umbrella. Might not use the umbrella, but I'll do the umbrella. So let's run that through, like so. So there's that one. Yeah, that's going to be a fine size. It's nothing overly powering, nothing overly big. Do the same here. Let's cut that one out. And then just in case, let's bring in our umbrella. Right. So let's take this one. And then let's take scrap a card that I've got here. So this is the Warm and Fiery. So we'll do fuchsia, satsuma, and then vanilla. I zoom in a little bit. So we'll go in with the Satsuma. No, we won't. We'll go in with the fuchsia. Then we'll go in with the Satsuma. Like so. I'm just going to go back, blend those two together, and then we can go in with the vanilla. Perfect Vegas colours, aren't they? Perfect Vegas. Let's go back. And then just keep blending in. There we go. That'll blend a little bit more, just shortly. And then, so there's that, and then there's that. So the cherry, we'll just use a red. We're not going to do any blends or anything like that. We'll just use cherry red. I'm just going to use my tri-blend for this. Let's take possibly the gold brown. Let's go in with the darkest gold brown for the cherry. What I'm going to do is let's take a white gel pen. There we go. I'm going to do the same here. A few wispy lines. Finishes it off a treat. So there's that and that. I've got the glass I'm going to keep white. I've got the straw. Let's go maybe like a blue tone. Maybe like a true blue. All the way down. So this is just the darkest tone of the true blue that I'm using. And that should be most of the components. I'm just going to stamp my sentiment. There. Actually, what I will do while we're here, on the off chance that I do use it, let's take our umbrella, but there's little embossing detail in there. Where's my fine bulb? Let's have another one. Don't know where it's gone. So I've just got fine embossing tool. I'm just pushing that detail through. One, I've used the mini, and obviously I could go back with my Gemini with the embossing mat, but what's the point? Let's just go through and push through. Did have another one with really fine embossing end. Anyway, it's not the point. It's done now. So if I take that one out here, and then with the umbrella, we're going to do the same for the base. Let's use that dark tone of the gold brown blend. And then I'm just going to go in with the light red and colour in each section into there. Into there. and then into there. So I'm not doing a blend. You can if you want. As you can see, I'm not. Now once again, let's just take white gel pen, a few waspy lines, there we go. So there's all of our little bits. Last thing, potentially, is our sentiment. You're the jackpot. Is that going to fit onto there? Just and no more. So let's bring in our stamping platform. Stick that down. I'm going to use the grid, stick that in. Let's stick that one in. I'll line that one up. Bring that in. I'm going to use the black. So if I use the black, turn that around. Press, you're the jackpot. Yes, you certainly are. Give that a clean. Let's take that off and then let's pop that back on so don't get it dirty. Jackpot's there. So I'll bring in my guillotine. Yeah, there's a way to say no, I'll just hand cut it, but I won't. I'm going to use my guillotine because I'm going to give myself a thin white edge. All the way around. So if I match that up here, I will give it a matting layer. But what I'll probably do is take one of the red or the reddish tone out of the Vegas linen. So don't need that. And let's take our corner punch. And let's take the smallest so we can help round that. Alternatively, just use your scissors and then round the edge. But there we go. And then let's go into the Vegas. Let's take a little bit of that red. It says as it disappears. Let's bring in the glue. And then I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to give that a little red matting layer. And then we'll curve the edges with the corner punch. And then once I'm happy with that, which I am now, little mats and layers. A little bit more, so little and often. Little and often. Teeny wee bit more. There we go, that should be fine. Work our way around. And I think that will be it. So we can do, you're the jackpot, And then we can have them, yeah, liking this. As I said at the start, this is when you can decide maybe you want to stick it on a card. You can do that if you want to. But really nice and easy to stick it onto bamboo sticks. So there's that one. So if I do that there, do that there, cherry, umbrella, and straw. I think, yeah, like that configuration. So let me just move that out of the way. There. So if I pop that there, what I'm going to do is let's pop it onto just a little foam pad, the cherry that is. Let's go into there, and then if I just stick a little bit of glue, is it there I was going to have it? Yeah. Let's go a little bit further down. There we go, yep. 19. You're the jackpot. What do I want? Let's bring that on foam pads too. So I'm just going to use my trusty 5mm ones. So if I start to build that up, let's pop that one, not on that side, Craig, wrong side, that side, there, and then, yeah, let's do some just down the side there, there, and then there. So if I take these off, and I'm going to do the last bit last, which is the skewers. So there's that one. And then take these ones off. Remember, always, and this is just my opinion, but if you're putting foam pads on the back, on the centre, always take the backings off. I know sometimes people leave the backing on because they say it's just there creating support, which it is. But what's the point of having a sticky foam pad if you're not going to use it what it's for and just give you extra support when it comes to adhering to your topper? So if I bring that there, and that there. Happy with that one. And then let's bring these in. So I'm just going to go with hot glue to start with. Well, not to start with, I'm going to use hot glue down the centre. Let's do the same with the 9. so. And then that's going to cover it up. But what we're going to do is obviously that's thick in the middle. So that would be bent round, which is fine. Actually, yeah. I was going to pop foam pads all the way round, but no, we won't. Let's go round with glue. All the way round that edge. And then we can then press that in. Actually, no. You're better with foam pads. So let's take my, what have I done with my, there we go. Yeah, you're definitely going to be, it's going to be a lot easier to use foam pads to balance it out. If you want to sit with glue, you can do that. I shall leave that decision up to you. But yeah, definitely going to be better with foam pads. So let's peel these off. Just need to do the 9 and then that will be us. So let's pop that over here. Yeah, definitely much better. So we've got the 1, it's nice and even to go into a cake. And then let's do the same here. And they don't need to be neat as such. It's just to give it support all the way round. And let's do some down the centre as well, or towards the centre. Peel these off. And then let's sandwich that over the back. So those foam pads were about 3 mil, which matches roughly the depth of the skewers, which is handy. And then there we go. So it could go on a card, obviously just don't put the skewers on. Or put them on the skewers, and there's your 19th birthday with your shakers. So let us bring them in. There we go, that way. 19, and then you've got your shakers within both of those. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and you'll see a faster paced video across on Crafters Companion Social, so you can check that out. But if you want to know how I've done that in real time, start to end, then that is how. Rightio, thank you so much for your company here on my Crafters Companion YouTube channel, and we'll see you again shortly. Doodles.